Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com. Thank you so much for joining me today for another Stampin' Up tutorial. I have been trying to film this video for over an hour today. So instead of coming to you at my usual time in the evening, it's probably going to be a little bit later tonight because it's taking forever. It's taken forever to be able to film it because the power kept going out. Every time I got ready, my lights would go out. Everything was going in and out. So I had to wait. Anyways, I'm glad I'm here. Okay, so I'm going to share an elegant Christmas card with you today featuring the Christmas to Remember stamp set. I love this set, you guys. I love when they mix fonts in a sentiment. That just catches my eye so much. So you've got this nice bold cursive font, and then you've got this caps, like very straight, clean, open font. I don't know how else to describe it, but I love that mixed look like that. I think it's just, I don't know, it just stands out. So I'm so excited to use this. And then I've got some beautiful colors that I'm working with today. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's tutorial. I am featuring the Lights Aglow Designer Series paper. This paper is beautiful. And it features basic black cherry cobbler, evening evergreen, soft succulent, very vanilla. And then you've got the beautiful gold foiling mixed in there. I mean, it's just so pretty. Hopefully you guys can see it really well. Oh, look at that. That would be great in a scrapbook page. Love it. And these, I have an idea for these. I just haven't tried it out yet. You've got two sets of those little frames. Look at that. I love these. So just really gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Oh, that's pretty too. And then you've got so many other choices on the reverse side. Just a beautiful 6x6 paper pack, you guys. Love it. So I'm using this paper, and then I'm also featuring our gold and rose gold 6x6 metallic specialty paper. That's the gold, and then you can see there's the rose gold. So pretty. So let's go ahead and jump into this project. So we are going to do some heat embossing in gold. I'm trying to find what pieces I need. So I have got a piece of Very Vanilla, which I do not use Very Vanilla very often. But I've got Very Vanilla here. This is for the inside of the card. This is cut 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Then I've got my Versamark ink pad. This is a watermark stamp pad, and this is what you use when you are heat embossing. So for the inside, I chose the sentiment that says, "May this be a Christmas to remember and cherish." So I'm just gonna go ahead and stamp this for the inside. Okay, just put that in the center. Okay, you can't really see that right now, but it's there. I'm gonna bring in this piece, this piece of soft succulent cardstock, and I'm going to stamp, let me turn it this way. I'm going to stamp my sentiment on this piece for the outside, and that is "Magic is in the air." Ink that up. Just stamp that right here. Okay, and then I'll take my gold embossing powder and just sprinkle that on. I did get a little bit of ink right there, but that's okay. We're gonna die cut this out so you won't even notice it. All right, and then get our sentiment for the inside. Okay, and then just put my embossing powder back in the pot. And now we can heat both of these. So I'm just gonna bring in my Stampin' Up heat tool. I'm gonna put it on setting 2 and heat these up. So hopefully you can see, but oh yeah. Isn't it so pretty? I just love heat embossing. It just so elegant. All right. All right, so let's do some quick die cutting. I've got my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Plate number 1, plate number 2, which is a cutting plate. Then I'm going to bring in my soft succulent cardstock here, and I am going to die cut using a couple of the dies from the the Stylish Shapes dies. So let's go ahead and get these on. And I do have all of the products that I am using today listed and linked down below in the video description. I'm going to put some washi tape on this because I don't want it to move. Center it up. Oop. I think that's centered. I think one piece should be good. Okay, second cutting plate. And we'll just run this through. And then I'm using some dies that are no longer available. So that those are the Tree Lot dies. These were available during this most recent celebration, and they ended up selling out, but I still have mine. I'm hanging on to mine through Christmas because I loved these dies. So I am using one of those to cut a tree out of this piece of that gold metallic paper. If you don't have those dies, no worries. We have so many different Christmas sets that have trees and dies to cut out those trees. You can choose one of those sets of dies. Okay, so I'm just going to run this through if I can get my plates lined up. And what I noticed with this paper is I did have to run this through twice. To help get a nice cut, well, a cut all the way through. And it's because, I think it's because of this slick paper that's on the back. So you can see it's cut, there we go, but you do just kind of have to bend and kind of pop it out. So if you run it through twice, I feel like that's best. I have seen some people also run it through this way, put the paper, the gold facing down. I prefer to just run it through that way and do it twice. So just your personal preference. Okay, let's put this card together. All right, so I've got a very vanilla thick card base. This is cut 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, which gives us a nice vertical folding card, which is my favorite. So it just opens like so. Love that. Then for the card front, I've got a piece of soft succulent cardstock. This is cut 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Then a beautiful piece of designer paper from that Light to Glow. This is cut 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. So let's get these adhered together. This paper is just gorgeous. I know I say gorgeous a lot. But I mean it. Okay, center this up on the card front. There we go. Then another lovely pattern from the Light to Glow, and this is cut 1.5 inches by 5 inches. And we're going to layer it on a piece of that gold metallic paper, and this is cut 1 3/4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So we'll just center that up. Look how pretty those two look together. And very vanilla looks so nice with gold. That creamy color. Okay, and then we'll just line this up off to the right. Just like that, looks good to me. And then let's go ahead and add our layer to the inside of the card. And I am actually, normally I just put a little adhesive across the top, but this is a little warped from the heat embossing, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just adhere it all the way down on all 4 sides. And I'm gonna put a little bit more adhesive right here where the heat embossing is. Make sure that it's down good. There we go. So pretty. Okay. And now for our front, let's put dimensionals on all of these pieces. Okay, got all of my backings off of my dimensionals. Going to put my stitched circle, I think right about there. I'm not gonna press it down just yet. Then my tree. Doesn't that look so pretty with the soft succulent? And then let me just make sure. Yeah, so I do want to move this up just a tiny bit. I think right there. And then my sentiment right here. Yep, looks good. And then to finish the card, I'm just gonna use one of these champagne rhinestones. I didn't have anything with gold, so I just went with one of these, and I feel like it looks pretty good, and I'm just going to put that right there. And then I've got a piece of designer paper, which is actually the reverse side of this pattern from the front of the card. I'm gonna add this on to my very vanilla envelope flap with a little bit of liquid glue. So just get that adhered down with this side up. And this is cut 2.5 inches by 6 inches. And then I'll just cut off the extra. And there you have a really nice decorated envelope flap to match your card. Okay, so that finishes up the card, and I think it's beautiful, you guys. So, and you can see all that texture. I love that texture on that gold specialty paper. So magic is in the air. May this be a Christmas to remember and cherish. I love it. So pretty. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed today's tutorial. Don't forget, you can find all of the measurements and all of the supplies for today's project listed and linked down below in the video description and over on today's coordinating blog post. And you can shop in my online Stampin' Up! Store anytime. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed, and stay tuned because I'll be back again very soon with another tutorial. Bye now.